So, 22 turnovers today. Can you talk about the San Diego defense and what you guys just could have done better there today?
Well, it's good to see you, Marissa. First of all, they're a very good basketball team. That's a fact. Um, that's not an excuse. That's not a rationalization. That's a fact. They're very good. They're long. They really get after us, and in a unique way, actually. Um, you try to tell players what to expect, and until they actually experience it, it's difficult for them to make the connection as to what is required of me as a player to do. And this is another example, although we've played them once before, played a good half against them the first time at their place. It was a 3-point game at halftime. They turned up the heat in the second half and extended it on us. Um, we played Grand Canyon the other day and played a better second half. This team is good. They're really good, and if you're not careful, if you're not aware of how important that basketball is, you will end up with 22 turnovers. Now, some of the turnovers we have are inexplicable. We'll just have to work on that, encourage our guys to understand that we must limit those types of turnovers.
Yeah, and you have another tough opponent Tuesday with Colorado State. How did this game kind of help prepare your guys?
Well, each game is different. Each team is different. I think for this game, what we learned and experienced was we have to focus on us, not worry so much about the other team, but focus on staying within our lane, so to speak. Don't let circumstances bother us so much that we play worse. We have to kind of be cognizant of the fact that we're on a trajectory to play better each time we come out. And so I thought what helped us tonight is they're very good and exposed some deficiencies we might have. We'll work on those starting tomorrow to get better and hopefully play better on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. And Walker, Caleb was out again today. How did the team feel his absence and kind of try to fill that role?
Well, Caleb's continually trying to get back as soon as he can. He's not quite ready to play a basketball game yet, so we are giving him that time to get his confidence back, get his body right, so that if we do in fact play him, we don't have any setbacks. And sometimes that takes longer than we want. So the team obviously wants him to play, but you can't rush these things. It takes time, and you just have to be patient. And other guys have to step up in his absence. So.
Is he kind of on a day-to-day basis at the moment?
Yes, that's always the case with any injury. You're day-to-day. Early on, okay, you can't play. But as you get a little better and you start to move more and, put stress on that injury, it really comes down to how do you feel that afternoon or evening or the next day as to whether you're really fully healed so that you can be expected to play in a game. And he's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you guys started to have some momentum here and there. What kind of positives did you take from this game for you?
Well, I take positives from the fact that as a unit, as a team and program, we understand where we're at, and we're all helping each other not to give up. We're helping each other to stay locked in to each other, and you can feel it when it sometimes starts to slip away. And whether it's a coach saying something to a player or sometimes a player saying something to another player or even a coach, we're working together to stay locked in and understand that this is what I call going through the fire. You cannot escape this and expect to leapfrog this and be good right away. You must go through the fire. Some people call it going through the storm. There are lots of phrases to explain it. We must take our lumps, and that's what we're doing right now. We're learning what it's like to make this many mistakes and what happens when you do. We have to learn to limit the mistakes. We're shot the ball a little bit better today when we did get open looks, so that's a positive. And I do think when they did make a big run, we did try to tighten down and lock it up a little bit and keep it from getting totally out of control. So I'm very proud of our guys for that. I know it sounds strange to say when the score was 86-54, but a team that good, if you're not locked in, they can blow the doors off you easily. So I'm proud of our guys for not giving in and fighting all the way to the end.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned that earlier game against them, I believe in December. What did you guys kind of take from that game going into this one?
Well, the fact that we know we can play with them if we lock in and stay true to who we are. Sometimes when you're playing on a really good team, you forget who you are, and you sometimes forget who they are. And so I think when we can remember the good moments, that helps us understand who we are and what we have to do to play better. And, we just got to get better at that. We played a good first half against San Diego State. First game of the season for conference play. We played a good second half against Grand Canyon. We got to figure out how to make those a little bit more consistent. You can't have so many lulls in between. So it's not easy. It's hard.
Yeah. Hi, Wes. San Diego is obviously a really good team. What can you just talk about what made them such a tough opponent today?
I think just they're on defense. We turn the ball over a bunch on offense, which led to them get a bunch of fast break points, and then they killed us in the paint. I think they scored 52 points in the paint. We just got to try to lock down on defense and try to stop that.
Yeah, and you mentioned the turnovers. Can you just talk about what it was like out there on the court against their defense?
I mean, they're just a bunch of tall, strong guys. I mean, they just got their hands on balls whenever we try to move the ball around, and they just converted on them.
Yeah, and you guys had a few sparks here and there. How do you think you can capitalize on those in the future?
I think just continuing whenever we are on it, like building a momentum, just trying to get the best shot like next time, and just kind of keep building that and keep going forward, just so we can try to keep chipping away at that lead they had on us.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was kind of the message after the game from Coach?
It was just that we gotta lock in on defense, and then just next practice. I mean, we have a lot to learn from this game, and we just gotta come in tomorrow and just learn from that and move on to the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. And freshmen are continuing to do well. How are you kind of helping in throughout the season?
I was just trying to instill like confidence in them. I mean, we're trying to get some of them more shots, and then Cam, they're just trying to get him to help like run the team and get downhill and finish and find other guys. Just trying to instill that confidence in them that they can do this, they can compete with these guys, and that they're good basketball players.
Sure. And how do you think this game will kind of help prepare you guys for Tuesday?
I think just we have a lot to learn from it, like the defense, the turnovers. We're gonna watch our film, see what we did wrong, and improve on that stuff, and then be ready on Tuesday for CSU.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think I know you guys are kind of adjusting your pace of play a little bit and playing just a little bit offense. Can you talk about that in today's game?
I think our pace was pretty good. I mean, on transition, I think we pushed the ball, we found our shooters, and then on their makes, whenever we came down and it was a dead ball or whatever, I think we still pushed it. We went as fast as we could. We found open guys. We just gotta convert on those now.
Yeah, and what are some other things that you think the team did well today?
I think one thing we did well was like a lot of guys hit shots. I mean, I know Lucas and Ethan hit a few that were pretty tough, and then just like I also think on cutting, I think I had a few assists hitting guys just on backdoor. I think they knew like backdoor the right time and just yeah, we with that.
Yeah, and I know Caleb Walker was out again today. Did you guys kind of feel his loss out there on the court?
Yeah, it sucks not having Caleb out there. Hopefully we'll have him back on Tuesday, and just go forward from there.